Guten Morgen, siebte Klasse. Willkommen zu Deutsch. Wie geht es Ihnen? How are you all going at home? I hope you're enjoying your time and not getting sick of being at home and having a bit of a different experience. Okay, today we're starting our new unit for Deutsch. We are looking at die Familie or meine Familie und Haustiere. And today we're going to go over the first section talking about our siblings. Hast du Geschwister? Do you have siblings? Hast du Geschwister? So this kind of word in German is a little bit of a tongue twister. Watching out, remember our W auf Deutsch in German is a V sound, and SCH is sh, so Geschwister. Do you have siblings? So somebody started doing the whippersnippering outside, so I hope this sounds okay, guys. All right, so our first slide today, we are looking at what questions we could ask. Through the slide, as we go through this, the PowerPoint, there's little writing man and a little speaking person here, guys. So I'd like you to have a go at trying to say the sentences as well as taking some notes in your German notebook, please, so that you have these sentences down. This is very much similar to the explanation in Education Perfect. So when you do the EP task as well, you will also see this explanation again. So it will really reinforce it to you of how to do this and how to say these sentences. Okay? So first one we have, hast du Geschwister? So just normal du, we're using you, the singular form or the informal form. Do you have siblings? So that's something you could say to your friends. I say to you, hast du Geschwister? Haben Sie Geschwister? Do you have siblings? So if you're asking me or Herr Andonovsky or some other adult, if they have siblings, you can say it that way. Hast du Schwestern, Brüder? So instead of using Geschwister, you could ask, do you have sisters or do you have brothers? So if you notice that these Schwestern and Brüder are the plural forms of brother and sister, okay? So in German, to make the plural is a little bit different to English. It's not just made with an S on the end of the word. So as we go through, guys, we'll just notice these things a little step by step, okay? Hast du eine Schwester? Do you have a sister? Okay, we have a. And haben Sie einen Bruder? Do you have a brother? Okay, if you notice, guys, that a, eine, and einen both are for a, but again, in German, they make the distinction between the word depending on the next word. So, eine, because Schwester is a feminine word, we have e on the end of it. Einen, Bruder, is a masculine word, so when we use it in this form, we have to actually put even en on here, okay? So einen Bruder. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that in the next presentation that I give you. So today we'll just kind of make note of that. Make sure when you're saying your sentences that you remember that we have to pronounce the E if there is an E there. So hast du eine Schwester? And haben Sie einen Bruder? Okay, to answer those questions, let's go to the next section. Again, guys, once I've said these, maybe stop the recording and have a go at saying the sentences yourself as you're writing them down. So we have talking about your family members, saying who you have in your family. So we're using ich habe, I have, okay? Ich habe eine Mutter. I have a mother. So again, Mutter, mother, is a feminine word. So we have an E on the A. Ich habe einen Vater. I have a father. Father is a masculine word. So we have EN on the A. Ich habe einen Bruder. I have a brother. Ich habe zwei Brüder. Obviously, guys, when we say I have 2 brothers, we don't use the a in the sentence. So it's just ich habe 2 Brüder. Okay? And ich habe eine Schwester or ich habe 2 Schwestern. Okay, so see, notice the difference, the plural. So in Brüder, we have to add the 2 dots, which we call in German the Umlaut above the U. And for Schwester, we just have to add an N. So there's a couple of different ways to make the plural in German. Oh, I keep getting all of these notes down the bottom. Ich habe keine Geschwister. I have no siblings. So remember, we've used keine a little bit last term, so to mean no. So ich habe keine Geschwister. I have no siblings. All right. Okay, what about step and half siblings? So some of you guys have probably got a half brother or a step sister. It's kind of easy in German. All we have to do is put halb in front of the sister or brother, or Stief. So halb is half and Stief is we use for step. So ich habe einen Halbbruder is I have a half brother, or ich habe eine Stiefschwester is I have a step sister. Again, if it's brother, we put the einen on the end if it's a masculine and the e on the end of the a if it's a feminine. And it's all one word in German. Stiefschwester, Halbbruder. There's no gap between the 2 words. Okay, so what about a twin? Is there any out there, the people who have a twin? We have Herr Andonovsky hat einen Zwillingsbruder. Who knew that? Okay, ich habe einen Zwillingsschwester. I have a stepsister, or a Halbschwester. I have a half sister. Ich habe einen Zwillingsbruder. I have a stepbrother, or Halbbruder, or a half brother. Okay, so again, Zwillings is just added straight to Schwester oder Brüder, no gap between the word. If you're an only child, you can just say, ich bin ein Einzelkind. Okay, so I'm an only child. All right, so once you've written all that down, guys, take a moment, do that. Then the next one we'll have a go and see which words you can work out. Okay, so this is your turn to try and see if you can match the English with the German. So you can stop the video, check it out, see if you can work out where the German is for the English. So ich bin Einzelkind. What does that mean in English? Ich habe eine Zwillingsschwester. What does that mean in English? Ich habe einen Bruder und 3 Schwestern. What does that mean in English? Ich habe 2 Brüder und eine Schwester. What does that mean in English? Okay, see if you can work them out, and then we'll check the next slide. Okay, guys, here's the answers. Were you correct? Did you get them all right? Okay, ich habe einen Bruder und 3 Schwestern. I have 1 brother and 3 sisters. Ich habe 2 Brüder und eine Schwester. I have 2 brothers and a sister. Ich habe einen Halbbruder und 2 Schwestern. I have a half brother and 2 sisters. Ich habe eine Zwillingsschwester, and I've made a boo-boo here, guys. There shouldn't be an E in there. Zwillingsschwester. I have a twin sister. Ich bin ein Einzelkind. I am an only child. Okay. So, when we want to talk a little bit more, so now we can say I have a sister, I have a brother. Now if we want to tell people what their names are, ich habe eine Schwester, sie heißt. I have a sister, she is called. And we have Ich habe einen Bruder, heißt. I have a brother, he is called. Meine Schwester heißt, mein Bruder heißt, which means my sister is called or my brother is called. Okay, so 2 ways you can do that. So remember, heißt, we had ich heiße, we already learned when you're saying I am called, or wie heißt du when you're asking somebody else what their name is. What are you called? Now we're using he, sie heißt, she, sie heißt, and he is called. Heißt. Okay? All right. So if you're talking about more than one brother or sister, well, how you're going to say their names. So we say we have to use the plural of heißen, which is heißen. Yeah? Sie heißen. Which changes the ending of sister and brother, changes Bruder to Brüder. So we have changes sister to Schwestern and Brüder to Brüder. Okay, meine Schwestern heißen, meine Brüder heißen. My sisters called, my brothers are called. All right. So after looking at all of this, guys, I want you to maybe think about your family. How would you say, how would you answer, hast du Geschwister? Do you have any siblings? Okay, so you're going to answer, start with maybe ja, ich habe, yes, I have, and then say you have einen Bruder, one brother, or you could say 2 brothers, zwei Brüder, or you could be having eine Schwester, one sister, or zwei Schwestern, 2 sisters. How would you answer that? What about if you don't have any siblings? If you don't have siblings, then you're going to say, nein, ich habe keine Geschwister. Ich bin ein Einzelkind. I don't have any siblings. I'm an only child. So guys, when you think you can answer that question, maybe write down your answers in your notebook and then go onto the social stream and answer the question. You can write it down. You can and also try and have a go at saying it. Dankeschön, auf Wiedersehen.